in the last 400 years.
COVID, quarantine, I'm sure will definitely be in the books.
Whole book.
But another black man being lynched, how many have been lynched already? How do I prepare my child? How can I already at 5, 6 years old prepare
myself?
My son for if you get pulled over by police, keep your hand on the steering wheel where you can see. It's like I'm teaching him, in my eyes, I'm teaching him to be afraid. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm teaching him to be worried that something's going to happen to him, like he's not an American citizen. Okay, let's not light the table on fire.
Our fire is lit. We got it. We're in here. We're back.
She did it.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Hello. Greetings, Earthlings. My name is Chanasa. This is the Vibe with Her podcast. We're back. We're happy to see you, and we're happy that you're here. We lit our candle.
That was very light.
I know. Reporting live.
I feel like we're on like on a talk show.
Yeah, like I feel like this is an intervention.
Wow.
Yeah, no, not an intervention. Just, I'm very happy to see you guys. First and foremost, it's been a cool little minute. Cool little 60 seconds that I've seen you guys. So I'm happy to be here. We lit our candle for the night. It's kind of symbolic because hopefully with the times that we're in and after this episode and in general, I hope that some fires have been lit inside some souls to make some changes. So we're going to address some of those things tonight, give you some bops, give you some Women Crush Wednesdays. But, how are you guys? How are you guys holding up? What's popping? What's new?
I'm good.
You all right?
I'm good. Are you all right? Are you guys
cool.
all right?
I took a mental health day today.
Did you really? Mm-hmm. That's good. Sometimes you need that.
I surely did.
What about you, Camille? How are you doing?
I'm not okay. Like, to be honest, no, I'm not. I'm tired. Yeah, I'm drained. It's been a long week. I'm trying to stay up, finding the little things that make me happy and keep me productive, but I keep falling back into this hole, it seems like, and I can't shake it. No. It's weird because I've never connected to any other incident like this before,
right?
Ever. I've gotten upset, I've gotten mad, but never like this
Never
before.
To this extent.
Yeah, so I've been behind on work projects. I'm not texting people back. I'm not calling people back. I love you. I'm sorry. I know. Yeah, Chanasa was like, come over the other day.
I offered to cook it every day.
She was like, come over, and after my calls, I like crashed. Literally.
I figured. That's why I was like, I'm gonna charge you to your head, not your heart. It's okay.
It's been hard. Thank you for asking though, but I'm pushing every day.
Good.
Yeah. I definitely took that mental health day today. I woke up and I'm working from home, so I'm grateful for that. But to be Franklin, I just didn't have it in me to be nice and polite to YTs today. I didn't. I don't to people in general, but especially people who are demanding their service tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Like,
yeah.
If I want to keep my job, I'm gonna need to take a day. Like if I want to make it to Friday. Right.
Yeah.
So it's very hard. It's very there are visceral reactions that have been happening, and I didn't know how to handle that. Like I've been out in public and have been like sweating just because the crowds and the Rona's still outside. Yeah. So there's that.
Let's not forget that little small minute detail, shall we?
Outside on our necks. So
I'm so happy you did though. Your mental health is so important.
But y'all know what I did though? Like
what?
And I don't even care. My mental health is the way that I choose to take care of my mental health. Yeah. So I got dressed, like I took a shower, I exfoliated, I put lashes on, I went to go see my parents. I put on clothes, real clothes because I've been working from home, so I ain't been getting dressed for real. Yeah. So I put on a dress. I went to go see my parents. I spent time with my dad. I went to Walmart with my mom, like things like that, because I could have easily been my father.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
and y'all know how I feel about my dad. Yeah. Y'all know. Yeah. So like those things kind of put things in perspective as far as your everyday life, things that you do daily to make sure that you're okay, things that you do daily because you have to. And I'm like, you know what? Work ain't one of those things today for me. Yeah. That's just it.
And you're allowed to feel like that. You're allowed to do whatever it takes for you to get out of that funk and get yourself back on track.
Absolutely, positively. Speaking of on track, I want to stay on track, so we move along. But Simile, you got our Women Crush Wednesday for us?
Yes, of course. But first and foremost, let's talk about Black businesses really quick. Yesterday was Blackout Tuesday. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be frankly honest. I did it because everybody else did it. I didn't really look
too much black.
I just saw black. Like, okay, let me do it too. But I did spend some money yesterday. I did purchase black. I did, Black dollars matter. So I did, I went online shopping for a couple of things. But it's more than that, right?
Way more.
But I mean, the small thing, the minute thing, the things that we can do, the questions that people ask, what can I do right now? Excuse me. Let's buy black, right? The power of the black dollar itself, over the last couple of years, people have demanded mainstream companies to show more diversity in their campaigns, show more marketing, even in the makeup industry itself. Why aren't there darker shades? We see Fenty, we see Maybelline, we see CoverGirl, we see all these big brands now catering to wider ranges of color, and not even just black, right?
Fair
we
skin,
see fair skin.
all sorts.
There's warm tones. There's cool, just so much. Of course, makeup is like my passion, so I'm a little hype about makeup. But the black dollar has reached over $1.2 trillion since 2017.
Did you say trillion?
Trillion, darling, trillion. So we have power. Like, black dollars come in so many different forms. It's not just
in
products.
Every form.
It's not just products, and I just want us, as much as these protests and these riots and the political aspect of it all is so very important, it's also to get back to the roots of who we are as a culture and the power that we have. So make sure that it doesn't take a day for us to buy black. It shouldn't take a death for us to buy black.
No, it shouldn't.
So make sure you guys look at Wichita businesses. I know we support local, but I have friends all over the country who are pouring their hearts out in their businesses. So make sure that you guys buy black, buy black, okay? No matter what it is.
Buy black.
No matter the arena. So leading into that, I have a Woman Crush Wednesday today.
Bing, bing, bing.
This young lady is not really out there. She's not really pubbing her business, but I'm gonna put her on Front Street because she's pretty dope. A couple of weeks ago, or about a month ago, a good friend of mine had a birthday party, and she had a strawberry cheesecake, like layered cake, right? It was like cheesecake in the center.
Tell me more.
And then the top and bottom was strawberry cake. Phenomenal. Okay.
Cheesecake in the middle.
Yeah, girl.
Strawberry cake at the top and bottom.
Yeah.
So it's like a sandwich.
So was it?
We have so many questions.
So
tell me more about this
Go
cake.
ahead.
So was it baked together, or was it like?
Girl, now you asking
Too many questions.
So was it like a strawberry? Was it like a strawberry cake frosting cheesecake?
Yes.
Frosting cake.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was like, wait, did they cook this on?
I'm eating it regardless.
Right. So this young lady is Miss Tiffany Littlejohn. She is the owner of Tiff Cakes. You guys can't see it, but I'll show it to y'all. This is like some of her cake creations.
Oh, dang.
And people create some of these really bomb-looking cakes, and they're dry
and gross.
Yeah, they look pretty, but they're not edible.
Let me follow right now.
Tiffany's cakes are delicious. I hate the M word that people use to describe cakes.
Can I?
Yeah, you can say it.
Moist.
Yeah, I hate that word.
Moist?
They're that word.
What is up with you and the word moist?
I don't know. I don't like the word.
Moist.
Stop, Elizabeth.
Wow, full government. I beg of thee.
Stop. But she's not super out there. She's not putting herself out there, but she's amazing. She's super sweet. So shout out to you, Tiffany, if you're watching today. And thank you for being a Black girl who rocks out here. So make sure you guys support, even if you don't have an event coming up.
Can you drop the name one more time? I'm searching on Facebook.
Tiff Cakes.
Space in the tiffs.
Yes, ma'am.
Tiff Cakes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I'm going to need a cake for my daughter's birthday.
Yes.
I'm going to just need a cake because...
And you said she can make me the same one?
The sharp, yes, girl, yes.
Tiff Cakes. And you said they're moist?
I didn't say that word. Y'all said it, but yes, it is that word.
I can't even get it on here. I have no words.
That word used to bother me too, TBH, and I just...
I'll share it with you later.
Okay, cool, yeah.
Know. But in the meantime,
like
in between time, we're not getting moist when I get a little, sweaty if we dance in here. I got vibes. Excuse my poor segue. But in the midst of this time, I have been really trying to... Music is my thing anyway, so I'm always in the bag trying to find some new stuff. But I wanted to bring things that are actually relevant to the times. And there have been a lot of music streaming companies that have been in full support of this. Yes. So I'm definitely thankful for platforms like that to have the blackout and to have playlists that are curated that will kind of drive our message in a musical way, obviously. So as far as my bops today, I got 3 of them things per usual. My first is by D Smoke. It's called Let Go. It is very telling for the times. His flow is crazy on it. The beat is really good. And also it really just gives a really good Black man perspective on everything that's going on. And when I heard the song, it was really, really, really telling. And also it was very soon. So it was talking about things that I felt like were still happening. So I felt like that was a quick turnaround time to get a song out that's already out and bopping like this. My next one is called Silence of the Lambs by Ludacris and Lil Wayne. I like it. I heard it actually on an interview that I watched maybe last week or so, but it's a cool one. My last one is called You to Love by Neo and Jeremiah. It's kind of an old school sample of like Computer Love, kind of. It's really good. Of course it's Neo, so you know he's always in his bag when it comes to writing songs and things like that. All of these songs will be on the Vibe with Her playlist that is also on Spotify that I update, so check that out as well. Those are my bops. Thanks for tuning in. Bop away.
Dang, I thought it was pretty fast.
Roadrunner, I know.
Usually you take like a good 15 minutes. Really? I'm just saying.
I'm quick and to the point.
On the
like, you'll listen and you're going to be like, oh yeah, she was right. And now that I have the playlist, I'm just adding them to there so you guys can all see the collective running total.
Excuse me, I'm just wanting to let you know as well.
Yes.
I tried to follow you on Spotify. I couldn't find you.
I can't either.
Dang, okay. Well, I will.
Can you just like send a link or post it?
I shall. I could just post a link to the playlist.
Okay.
How about that?
Thank you.
Okay, sounds good. I have 3 tips.
Please give us tips.
Okay, so give, serve, and support. Those are my 3 tips. I will break them down, so don't act like I'm being her right now. China.
That's me.
That's her. I call her China because it's just easier for me. Give. So donate. Try to donate to local causes, the Black Lives Matter cause, Black Vision Collective, Reclaim the Block, official George Floyd Memorial Fund. All those, you can go online. There's like a list of so many different places that you can donate money to help support the cause. Serve. Volunteer opportunities. Volunteer to clean up after protests, or go and volunteer to, you know, get everybody rounded up. Or I saw here in Wichita that everybody was really confused. I think, was it on Sunday's protest? Was it Sundays or Mondays that people were like, we weren't supposed to be here, we're supposed to be somewhere else?
A lot of confusion.
There was a lot of confusion. So I feel like if it was well organized, maybe if we had more volunteers of like, okay, this is where we're gonna be, this group of people and that group of people, that way people aren't confused and are going in different places and it's more controlled. Support. Check on your friends, text them, make sure that they're doing okay, make sure they're feeling okay. Some people are not okay right now. People are stressed the hell out. Some people are emotionally drained. So check on your friends, check on people that you don't even know. So if like you see someone down on the street and you see them like look down, you know, looking down, check up on them, make sure they're okay. Just be a good human. Not that hard, people. Support Black businesses. Right now, I feel like we should be supporting them more than ever. We should have been supporting them before anyways, so it don't even matter. Just support them. Protest, sign petitions. We've been protesting. We've been hopefully signing petitions, but those are my 3 tips.
And they make it so easy. Like if you're on Twitter.
We're online all the time anyways. Everybody's always on their phone, on the internet, doing stuff, on Facebook, on Twitter, on everything. There's always petitions out there. Just look for them. It's so easy.
Definitely search the hashtags on Twitter. That's very helpful. That gives you just like anything that's trending at the time is going to be on there. It's very concise information. I will say in reference to the threads that you see for petitions, definitely read the petitions that you're signing.
Yes, for sure.
I know that in the Twitterverse and in the universe in general, they're sneaking some little caveats in there, so make sure that you're skimming and scanning and reading what you're actually signing in regards to the petitions that you see.
Also, go see the voting polls and stuff. Everything with voting right now, that is so important right now to get the right person in office. I'm just saying.
Absolutely.
So
keeping along the lines of one of your last tips and what I said earlier about Black businesses, let's shout out one. Let's shout out somebody else.
I got a lot. Oh, see.
Can I get a drum roll, please?
Ooh, I want to shout out Prime Time Shine It is a mobile detailing business.
Oh, I
It's
seen
not
that.
local, but it's in the Houston, Katy, Texas area. It's owned by the name Emmanuel. So definitely check them out. Prime Time Shine if you're in the Houston or if you're in the Katy, Texas area to pull up and get your ride right.
Shout out, shout out, shout out.
I saw that on Facebook. I was like, oh, they have that here. But yeah, then I saw it wasn't here.
Yeah, they do have them here, but I don't know of any local ones. Do that. Yeah, my sister just got a car wash a couple weeks ago. Somebody pulled up to the crib and got it right. So yeah, they have them. You got one?
Yeah. Let's shout out Janasia Portley of Like No Other Apparel.
Yes.
I know she opened up her shop yesterday.
A brick and mortar, like an actual shop.
So shout out to her for just being a boss out here in Wichita, being consistent and just being relatable and easy to work with. So shout out to her. So make sure you guys.
We appreciate you, Queen. Most definitely. Now, further things in regards to the current times. I just have a couple questions just to move the conversation. So, when you first heard about Camille, you mentioned earlier that this was the first one that affected you to this degree. So, initially, I was like, I think I saw it on Twitter, and I was just kind of in not disbelief, but I was watching this like, are these human beings? Are these Homo sapiens really treating another Homo sapien like this, so vigorously, in that manner? So, like I said earlier, my first reaction was very visceral and very telling to how deeply I just couldn't believe. I just kind of was in disbelief. So a couple hours, and when I revisited it, I put my phone down because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let that sit where it is right now because I can't process all this right now. So when I came back, I was real mad. Like, I don't feel like I've ever been so outraged. So I guess my question is your initial reactions.
Like so many other news stories that pop up on my timeline in the Shade Room, Facebook, I saw it and kept scrolling. I was at work, so the amount of time that I spend truly looking into the stuff that happens on a day-to-day is minimal to none, to be honest. So when I did eventually come back, it wasn't the news headline, it was everybody's reactions. And so seeing the way that people reacted to it was like, wait, what's going on? And I didn't watch the video until probably 2 days ago because when I heard about what happened and what he was screaming out, I put every male figure in my life in the face of that man that was on the ground. And so that was my initial thoughts, were this could have been Roosevelt, this could have been Keenan, Terrell, Jay, all of these men in my life who don't do anything but drive to work, who drive to the store, who walk outside, who's getting pulled over just for speeding. All of these initial reactions were based on personal reflection that I had. So that was that first piece of it. But now, and I know we'll probably touch on it here a little later, my thoughts and my position and my reactions on what has happened is changing based on the reactions of others, if that makes sense. And I can't even find myself anymore hopping on social media like I usually do because I'm drained. Yeah. I'm drained. And I think I've cried so much because it's like I feel what people are feeling and I'm tired.
And you, most of us in general, but you and specifically, you are an empath. Yeah. So I know that you take on other people's feelings and emotions easily than some other people. Yeah. So I know that's been particularly draining for you and a lot of people who are like you who do take on those emotions. So I know that's been especially difficult.
What about you, Liz?
Honestly, we had that incident happened with Ahmaud Arbery. I can't say his last name. Arbery. So we had that going on through the whole COVID thing. So we really didn't.
We couldn't do anything.
We couldn't do much with that whole thing. So when this video came out, honestly, I didn't want to see it. I didn't. I heard about it. I had seen clips on it, like on The View, on the news, because we have the news always on there, but I was honestly just afraid to see it. I didn't want to see it. It took me so long. It was until the day that I texted you guys that I actually seen the video. And once I seen it, I was like, that's just some fucked up shit right there. That's just fucked up. Like I mean, what more can you say? And after that, I'm sitting there thinking the entire time, like, you guys are part of my family. You guys are my friends. You guys are part of my family now. So to me, it's just like, if I feel this way, I can't imagine how my Vibe family is feeling right now. Like, I didn't even know what to say. I'm like, I know, like, my words can't even, I'm not in the same position as they are. I am a colored woman. I am. I'm Hispanic, but I am not a Black woman. You know what I mean? I feel like Black women and men get still treated even more of the bottom of the barrel than Hispanic do. So to me, it was just like, okay, the only thing I can do right now is be supportive and tell them how much I love them and be there for them. And if they need anything, I'm here, regardless of whatever, you know? So that's how I felt. And I felt really stupid, and I felt bad because I hadn't seen the video earlier and I hadn't reached out, and I felt guilty for not doing that. So it was just all, when I actually seen it, I was just like, I just hope they're not pissed off at me or think that I'm doing this as a stunt or think I'm just because social media and all of this. Like, that's not, I did it because I actually watched it, got myself to finally watch it, and it was heartbreaking.
Well, let me just say that speaking for myself, and of course all of us here, we definitely appreciated the message that you sent to us. So we know that a lot of people probably share those same feelings in regards to not wanting to be being sincere and not being perceived as sincere just because of social media, like you listed, but do it anyway. Let's say your support anyway, because even if you don't have the words, even if it's just some simple as, you know, checking on you, I love you, something, send it, because not enough people do, and we don't hear it enough. And if you do, maybe somebody else who looks like you will do the same. So
you're right.
That's one thing that I will also say, is that I appreciate non-Black people of color for coming, or for attempting, or for realizing that we do kind of need y'all to come to our defense. Because if you're not going to defend me, Chinasa, people who know me personally, I posted on my Facebook, would you defend me, Chinasa? And if the answer is yes, then defend everybody else who looks like me, because we're all the same person. So if you have a special relationship with Chinasa Robbie, then act like you have a special relationship with Camille, or with anybody else who looks like anybody, because we're humans. Yeah.
Oh my God, I love you. I love you so much. Oh my God, I felt like crying right there.
It's a little touchy.
Emotional, yes, definitely.
With all this going on, I saw a tweet. Do y'all think that this will be in history books?
Definitely.
50 years, 60 years, 100 years.
Definitely. It's history repeating. Did you not see that Facebook picture of the 21st, was it 21st in Arkansas riot back in like what? 1945, 1950, or was it later, 1980?
The comparison.
Comparison. Yeah. So yes, it's kind of like people are tired. People are tired of the same thing.
I don't feel like it will be. It's another story. It's another moment in time that so many things in our history already has been overlooked. Right. Major things.
I feel like this is going to be one of those orange bonus reads, if that. Yeah. Like, it's not going to be a chapter. It's not going to be a section that you cover. It's not going to be anything that's dissected. I feel like it's going to be like, oh, a little asterisk, turn to the back of the book, and you have a reference for something that doesn't exist anymore.
And like Liz said, because it repeats itself, I feel like they're like, if we already have a lesson about racism, why will we keep talking about the same story over and over again?
Right.
I feel like it's still too soon to tell, though.
It's still unfolding, true.
Right,
yeah, it's still unfolding, so we don't know.
Right, but just based on my feelings.
Yes, of course.
Based on my feelings on how many things have gone on since the last history book has been written. COVID, quarantine, I'm sure will definitely be in the books.
Whole book.
But another Black man being lynched, how many have been lynched already? How many have been beat up by police over and over again? It's hard to tell.
I feel like
this is the first time that in our community that we're actually standing up for it, and that we're actually speaking loud, and we're actually doing something about it.
I'm not disagreeing that it's not a possibility. I'm saying, if you're asking me how I'm feeling today,
yes,
based on what we've seen 5-6 years, books are updated weekly, monthly, yearly. Is Trayvon in a history book? No. Is Sandra in a history book? People were outraged about those things. People call Trayvon the martyr. He wasn't, but they call him the martyr. He's not in a history book. So yes, this is an outrage. Yes, this is like, just as big as Rodney King, but Rodney King was a moment as well.
Right.
And I didn't learn about Rodney King
until I was a full adult.
From my parents, not from a history book. Right. So it might be in there, but is it going to make an impact? I don't think so.
And you know what? And even if they have so many inaccuracies about current things that did make it into history books, that I would venture to say that even if they did take the time to print these words on paper that are important for future generations to know, they're not going to be all the way accurate. They're not going to dictate the fact that it's non-Black people of color who are doing most of the damage to cities around the United States. Those are going to be details that are going to be left out. So it may be in a book, but as far as accuracies and details and the things that really matter, meh.
Yeah. It's another moment. And I hate to say that. I'm not saying that because I don't care. I'm saying it because you haven't shown me otherwise. How can I be confident that the history that I'm dealing with every single day is going to be documented the way that it should be when I haven't seen it?
I don't think that this will be documented. You know what? Let me reverse the narrative. I feel like this will have to be documented from us, by us.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Like, maybe this is something that you guys have to do.
Hopefully by that time that it becomes actual, like, history book history, we the ones writing the history books. You feel me? So maybe that will give us a more fast track insider edition to what's really happening on these real life concrete streets that people are being live executed on. Big dot. It's not funny, but it's a lot. Yeah. It's a lot. How will you convey this moment to your children? Being your family history book, I guess, to tie this in. You're gonna be your kids' first history book. How are you gonna explain this to them?
My kids already have questions.
Yeah, you already have kids.
Yes, my kids already have questions. My son right now asks me, "What's a protest? Why are they protesting? What's equal rights? Why are they fighting? So why are buildings on fire? Why do I see this on TikTok? Because my son's TikTok famous. I just want y'all to know that. Come on, with his whole 10 followers, he thinks he's famous.
He is.
He really does.
That's good.
But I had to sit there, and I was like, really like thrown back for a minute because I was just like, I'm really having this conversation with my 6-year-old.
Wow.
And then I had to get on to my 5-year-old because she doesn't understand. My 5-year-old, my 6-year-old, I don't know. Maybe they're 10 months apart. So I don't understand how one's down here a little bit and the other one's up here a little bit. He asks all the right questions and she kind of is just like, well, like she'll ask me sometimes, well, why are you brown? And why am I this color? She calls herself Peach. Because she's lighter skinned. She's lighter skinned than I am. Her dad is very light skinned, so she came out very light skinned, and I had to get on her because she's like, well, why is that person black, or why is this person black? Why is Grandpa black? And I'm just like, why does it matter? Like I've had to sit there and have to teach my daughter where I understand it's innocent, because she doesn't get it. Or I don't know where she's getting it from, if she's getting it from something, but I've had to sit there and explain to her like, hey, we love everybody regardless of the color of their skin, and we're going to respect everybody. And that's something that you have to teach at home. You can't just expect your kids to just, and like I said, with Max, I just had to explain to him, look, they are fighting for what they believe in. Yeah. And if you ever feel like you need to fight for whatever you believe in, then you need to do the same. So at this point, like I said, if they've asked about what's going on right now, I'm not going to have any more kids. So I guess this is for my grandkids later. I guess I'll have to explain this to them because I'm done with children. I'm done.
So I'm clocked out.
Come on. But I
don't know. I don't want to have kids. That's what I've said, at least for like the last 5 years, is I'm scared to have kids because of this. Like, how do I prepare my child? How can I already at 5, 6 years old prepare my son for if you get pulled over by police, keep your hand on the steering wheel where you can see. It's like I'm teaching him, in my eyes, I'm teaching him to be afraid. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm teaching him to be worried that something's going to happen to him, like he's not an American citizen. Right. Like he doesn't have the right to drive to the store
and come back and not be bothered.
Home. You know what I mean? How do I teach a child about that? How do I teach my 18-year-old son that? How do I teach my 25-year-old son? My brothers are older than me, and every time they say they're going somewhere, I get worried. And I'm the baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how do I teach my children if I'm like, you stop me, I'm going over my rights right now. My phone's out recording, but don't come off aggressive or that's going to give them a reason. Where is the line at?
Right.
Yeah.
Where there's no manual for being a parent.
Not at
all. But on top of that, now where's the manual for me teaching my Black babies how to be an American and how to deal with law enforcement?
True. I didn't think about that one.
How do I do that? And I can't. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to think about.
For babies that we don't even have yet, bro. Or that we're considering not bringing into the world.
The only thing you can teach them is love.
That's it.
How to love people, how to love. All you can do is love them and hope and pray that they grow up to be amazing people and that nothing happens to them. My mom prays still to this day, she prays for me, for my brother. My brother's been a handful, I'll tell you that. He's been in and out of jail and he's done stuff even as a kid, you know, like as a teenager. And she prays that woman will not stop praying. Every time she's had a hard thing happen to her, she's on her knees praying.
That's all you can do.
That's all you can do. There's not much, you know.
You can't stop.
All you got to do is love, like I said, love them and teach them to be brave and go out there in the world and there you go. Like just pat them on the butt and be like, there you go.
Not the butt.
On the butt, just pat them. There you go.
All right, y'all. We're going to switch gears because in addition to praying, I feel like it's all important for us to have some sort of solace in all of this, some sort of sanctuary in all of this. So I feel like it's vital more than ever for us to focus on mental health, for us to focus on self-care. I've, thought about and continuously think about how I can do these things better for myself. And for me, what I've found is having a physical place that you find comfort in your home or somewhere in the world. So like I'm working from home now. And so I love my little house and all, but it's also my office. I got a tiny desk in there and I don't really want to be in there sometimes. So finding a way, if you are working from home like me, finding a way to actually disconnect from your home for a little bit after you get off or before you clock in is important. So I feel like it's vital. I know one of my friends, she's like, I clock out of work and I have to go drive somewhere just to go get off and come back, like just to leave the house. So for me, I am working on a prayer closet, a comfort corner, whatever you want to call it. Just some place that you can either set up or that's in your house or like things that you can gather to make you feel comforted, to make you feel like, you're not crazy in a world of chaos. Well, that's what it does for me. So like I have my candles, I have my incense, I have my gems or whatever. And I kind of like focus, take some deep breaths, I stretch. So I want everybody to focus and think about the importance of having things that bring you comfort. That you can do internally for yourself. So anything that you guys have been doing to kind of unplug besides, obviously turning off your phone, getting off of social media?
Honestly, I haven't really been doing anything. I've been stressed about it. I've actually felt very stressed about it, seeing the North Side get destroyed and how it has been. And it's stressful seeing the people out there treating, after the protest, treating it like it's a party. And not taking it serious. That's frustrating. But I haven't really been doing much other than really thinking about everything that's going on. I'm so proud of everything. I know it's a sad situation with everything that's going on, but I'm so proud of the situation and all the outcome that is going to come out, all the good that's going to come out of all this. Because to me, it's like, okay, so we have the Black Lives Matter, everything's going to, the Black Lives Matter movement's going on right now. Hopefully we can get something going with that. After that, what's next? Hopefully is this whole immigration thing for us, for us brown people, all those kids that are in the cages on the border that are getting molested and getting killed and just disappearing. So to me, it's inspiring. It's like, okay, so we're moving towards the good. We're going towards the right place. Like we're really doing this, So to a lot of people, to me, it's just like, okay, it's stressful. It's horrible right now, but it'll calm down. It'll all come back to normal. But hopefully we get something good out of it.
Yeah, it sounds like I didn't even think about that perspective. So I appreciate you for bringing that. That's this is like a positive catalyst for other things that need corrected in the country as well. So
yeah, definitely.
I can definitely see that. unwinding points for
Both
you,
of
ma'am.
y'all looked at
Sorry.
me real hard. Like
so.
You're next.
Back to you, ma'am.
I'm sorry. I don't have the luxury of like deleting my social media because that's my business.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know
like,
what you mean.
I try to get off for a second, but then a
back
client needs somebody or, work. But I am blessed for the fact that during quarantine, I had to go to work. I was essential. So I had to go to work and come home. And so for me, what's kept me kind of sane is my own personal bubble and my own brand. Who is Camille right now? Aside from Vibe with Her, aside from the Clarice desk, aside from Tab and all these roles and positions that I play, like who am I and what's my why? Where do I fit in this bubble? I don't know if you guys saw like a post I made a couple days ago about how you fit in with the fight, right? So everybody's not a frontliner. Everybody's not, going to be up in the cop's face. People are back there making signs, passing out the water. So not just with the protests, where do I fit at when I don't have a title on me or I don't have a role on me in the world? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I've been spending a lot of time just with God and praying, if all of this stuff was stripped from me, who am I going to be? That's what's most important, because I find validity sometimes in what I do and what I am. And I know that's not right, because just like with quarantine, when it's stripped away, it's like,
what do you got?
So what am I doing? So, I've been crocheting, girl. I bought a new camera. So
wait, did you finish the crochet project, though? That's the thing. Because we crochet.
I haven't even seen any on YouTube. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. I just got a camera. It just got delivered yesterday. So hopefully I'm going to get that together.
I got
my new camera. My new laptop. So I'm just excited to be investing in myself during this time.
Definitely. Self-love, self-care.
I find the what is it? The bittersweet moments, and I just try to turn them around. For me,
yes,
you have to. I feel like it's easy to get lost in a sea of sadness or a sea of anxiousness or whatever the Hello Kitty is going on at the second that you feel it. But I appreciate you guys for this conversation today.
Oh, I appreciate you guys.
Much needed. I love you guys.
I love you to pieces.
Follow the pod. Follow us everywhere. We'll drop our links below. Of course, through the hope. So we want to just implore you to be better human beings to one another.
Yes, to love each other, be safe.
That's all I got.
I feel like also what I want to say is I feel like this is not the only change, like by protesting and burning stuff up, and that's not the only way to make a change. Get your education, get in there, get in the Congress, get in the Senate, get it in there to try to make a change. All you see all up there is white men. Couple women.
Dash.
Yeah. But all white. Why is there not any colored people up there? Why are we not intelligent enough to be up there, to be mayors, to be governors, to be part of this country?
Intelligent enough. I would just say,
or whatever it is that they're doing. We got to figure it out.
It's just opportunity.
We got to get in there.
Systematic, but that's another show topic for a whole nother episode. We love y'all. Thanks for the support. Follow Vibe Wichita. Follow Vibe with Her. We'll catch y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye.